More than 60 million years ago, when the dinosaurs had already vanished from the Earth, a new and terrifying monster rose to dominate the swamps and jungles of South America, and its name was Titanoboa, the largest snake ever to have lived. Titanoboa was not just a snake, it was a living nightmare of the Paleocene epoch, thriving around 60 million years ago in what is today northern South America, at a time when the Earth was recovering from the asteroid impact that had wiped out the dinosaurs and left ecosystems shattered. The world was warmer then, far warmer than it is today, with tropical forests stretching across regions that are now dry or temperate. And in those steaming jungles and sprawling river systems, Titanoboa emerged as the apex predator, growing to lengths of 42 to 47 feet, with a body so thick that a grown man could not wrap his arms around it, and a mass that exceeded 1,000 kilograms, making it heavier than most cars. Its gigantic form allowing it to dominate every animal that dared share its environment. The first evidence of this monster came not from dramatic fossilized skulls or full skeletons, but from vertebrae, unearthed in 2009 at the Cerrejón coal mine in Colombia, where miners and scientists together stumbled upon bones so large that they were initially thought to belong to an enormous crocodile. But upon closer examination, experts realized that they belonged to a snake so immense that it dwarfed every modern reptile. And with that realization, Titanoboa was named, and its legend began to spread. Scientists calculated its size by comparing the diameter of its vertebrae to those of living snakes, and the results were astonishing. Titanoboa was twice the size of the largest anaconda known today, and its presence rewrote our understanding of how large snakes could grow under the right environmental conditions. Its habitat was key to its success. During the Paleocene, the average temperature in tropical South America was much higher than today, and for cold-blooded reptiles like snakes, warmth translates directly into energy for growth. The hotter the climate, the bigger the reptile can become, and Titanoboa, living in an Earth that was essentially a massive greenhouse, took full advantage of this, becoming the undisputed ruler of its swamps. It was an ambush predator of terrifying efficiency, preferring the water to the land, for its immense weight would have made moving quickly on solid ground difficult. But in the water, its bulk was supported, and its movements could be both fluid and silent, the perfect camouflage in murky rivers where light barely penetrated. Lying in wait among reeds and shadows, Titanoboa would remain motionless for hours, perhaps even days, its tongue flicking to sense vibrations, its eyes trained on the surface. And then, when a large prehistoric fish or a crocodile-like reptile drifted too close, Titanoboa would surge forward with explosive strength, its jaws snapping around the prey, its coils wrapping tighter and tighter, squeezing with a pressure so immense that bones could crack and organs could rupture, until the prey suffocated, and then, in a slow and dreadful process, Titanoboa would begin to swallow its victim whole, stretching its jaws and body to accommodate animals larger than a grown man, with some scientists estimating that it could easily consume 6-foot-long crocodiles in a single meal, after which it might rest and digest for weeks, its massive stomach working slowly but relentlessly to break down the prey. This terrifying image of a snake that could swallow crocodiles whole is not just science fiction. It is supported by the fossil record of the swamp animals that lived alongside Titanoboa, including giant turtles and massive fish species, many of which likely fell victim to the serpent's relentless hunger. Compared to Titanoboa, the snakes of today seem almost insignificant. The green anaconda, the heaviest snake alive today, reaches perhaps 20 to 25 feet in length and 200 kilograms in weight, and the reticulated python, the longest of modern snakes, can stretch beyond 30 feet, but with a far more slender body.
yet both combined would still pale beside the monstrous size of Titanoboa, whose body could easily weigh 5 to 6 times more. If we imagine Titanoboa alive in the modern world, its presence would be nothing short of apocalyptic for humans. It would lurk in rivers and lakes, capable of dragging entire livestock or even humans beneath the water. Villages near the Amazon basin would live in constant fear. Fishermen would vanish without explanation, and even crocodiles and caimans, predators we consider fearsome today, would be reduced to prey before this serpent king. But Titanoboa's reign was not eternal. As the Earth's climate shifted and temperatures gradually dropped, the giant snake faced an environment that no longer favored its immense size, and with cooler climates limiting the energy that cold-blooded reptiles could maintain, Titanoboa's colossal body became a disadvantage rather than a strength, eventually leading to its extinction, though smaller snakes and other predators continued to thrive in its absence. The extinction of Titanoboa reminds us of how fragile even the mightiest creatures are in the face of environmental change, for while it dominated its ecosystem completely, it could not survive the slow but inevitable shift of the planet's climate. Yet even in extinction, Titanoboa's legacy endures. Its fossils serve as a reminder of the extraordinary forms life can take and the monsters that once roamed our planet long after the dinosaurs were gone. Titanoboa is not just a relic of prehistory. It is a symbol of the power of evolution, of the relationship between climate and life, and of the fact that Earth has been home to creatures more bizarre, more terrifying, and more awe-inspiring than anything we see today. When we picture Titanoboa sliding silently beneath the waters of an ancient swamp, a 50-foot serpent with the strength to crush crocodiles and the hunger to devour them whole, we glimpse a past where nature's boundaries were pushed far beyond our imagination, and we are reminded that the history of life on Earth is filled with monsters, mysteries, and marvels that continue to capture our curiosity and stir both fear and wonder.